KSL 한 경기 더.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Austin Slater.
And the pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
7 o'clock.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Renato Nunez.
And here's Renato Nunez as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Slater aboard here at first with nobody out. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
So he punches him out and looking at the fastball. Renato Nunez becomes the first out of the inning. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Maben is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, kicks and deals. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to...
And the catcher grabs it to retire the side. The inning is over. Settling in now, Corey Seager. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
9583 7995
The shortstop, Corey.
Now here's the pitch. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So we'll see if they have something in the
I
works
see.
here. Leadoff hitter aboard, and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Batting center, the designated hitter.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As the first pitch years have been high, it's ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Splitter, 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Slater is there, and he has it for the first out. So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
From the stretch. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch.
1-1.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Stepping in, Eddie Rosario. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. So in now for San Francisco, Evan Longoria, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Longoria waiting on the 1-0. Line drive to left. And this is going to be a base hit for Longoria. So a good start to the inning for the Giants. Leadoff hitters aboard. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Batting fifth. The second baseman, Wilmer.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting seventh.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo Sandoval.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Here's another 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Maben is there. 2 gone. Next to bat for the Giants, Buster Posey. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. First delivery to him on the way. And it's fouled away. He's set. The 0-1. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center.
아,
And this
밑에
is
잘
going to get
치네.
down out there and should get all the way to the ivy for extra bases. The relay on to second, but he's in safely as they jump
밑에는
ahead
잘
with a
치죠.
run scoring on the play.
The shortstop,
Brandon Crawford digging in next. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. No offer at that point. It's a called strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field. On the move is Rosario. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Last half of the second set to go, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First offering on its way. Rosario is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has a potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. So striding forward now, Javier Baez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's a bouncing ball headed for Crawford at short. Fielded cleanly, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. So bases are empty here with two gone, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Slater's under it, and that ends the inning. Now in the box, Austin Slater, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Austin Slater.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Renato Nunez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the setback.
Here's a pop-up now. Guerrero moving to his left. Two down. Striding in once again, Hunter Pence. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
The left fielder, number 5, Mike Yastrzemski.
At the plate now, Mike Yastrzemski, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. And he misses with it. 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Fouled off. And that misses. 2-2. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
아, 오타임 잘 치신다.
The next Cub up, Victor Caratini. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gossman.
Victor.
Here's the first pitch to him. swing and a line drive, but right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out. Into the box now, Cameron Maben. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bumps right now.
Hopped up. And he'll put this away for the second out.
아, 계속 느리네.
Ready for another chance? Corey Seager. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that
Ah,
finds the
들어왔네.
target. 0-2 now.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. Hit softly down the line at first, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now here's the pitch.
I got 3-2.
Charlie Blackmon would be next. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Yastrzemski's got it for out number 3. Digging in for his second at-bat, Evan Longoria. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Loud contact by Longoria, and this one's carrying
놈은
well
짤없네.
left. Into the bleachers and gone. To the plate
아,
now,
떨어지면
Wilmer
잘 쓴다.
Flores. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores. Base is empty here with nobody out. Slow bouncer to the right side. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Coming to the plate now, Pablo Sandoval comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. Sandoval is a corner infielder,
Sandoval.
normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Skied into straightaway right. Maben is there. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 away for the Giants here in the 4th. And that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
That's the ball.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired.
아, 진짜 타격이 문제네. 타격이 문제야.
bottom of the inning now, and into bat next, the big-time RBI man, Charlie Blackmon.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Pulled toward right center field. And this will be handled by Pence for the first out. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here it comes. And a lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Da.
The left fielder, number 20.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Over now is Pence to make the grab. 2 away now. Pence is right there as he takes it for the second out. So a runner at first with 2 away. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Right.
Now batting, center fielder, Javier.
And that brings up Javi Baez as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Brandon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
근데
Fouled away. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, sped him up, slowed him down. He's got him down 0-2. I think he could pretty much go anywhere right here. I'd be surprised if anything misses over the heart of the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 coming. Hit hard down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. That misses. 1-2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Austin Slater. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Popped into the air, back behind second. Rosario is there. 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Next to bat will be Victor Caratini, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike one.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
And this will be taken in by Longoria for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cameron Maybin. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 home.
Home, that's outside.
Runners on first with 1 down. Hops this one up. There to take it in is Flores, and there are 2 away now. So it's back to the top of the order now. And striding to the plate will be Corey Seager. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's outside.
A 1-0 delivery.
Nope. That's inside.
That's popped up. But this will land untouched. Runner on first with 2 away. And it's fouled away. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired.
야, 일어나세요.
Top half of the 6th about to get started,
일어나.
and that brings in the outfielder Hunter Pence.
야, 잘했어요.
Hunter Pence.
First offering on its way.
1-0.
That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
근데
Hard ground ball to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And that's the 2nd out. Digging in and looking for more.
와, Longoria.
He went deep last time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Too high. 1-2. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Charlie Blackmon.
블랙먼 어쩔.
Charlie.
Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Under it now is Crawford, and Brandon's got it for the first out.
아, 블랙먼.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Last time through was a base hit. First delivery to him on the way. One out, nobody on. Ball one.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Crawford over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now batting, Eddie Rosario. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. First pitch coming, here it is. Lifted in the air to center field. Slater's under it, and that ends the inning. Ready once again, Wilmer Flores. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here, as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a
현진아 미안해.
thigh high.
내가 너무 타격을 못한다.
This guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. In now, Pablo Sandoval. He swings and lines it to left. Rosario has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. So a runner at first now with one away, and that brings up Buster Posey. Ryan Tepera comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 52, Ryan.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, one man out. 0-2 the count to Posey.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
Here's Baez to make the catch, and that becomes out number 2. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. He's set. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
애매해.
And look out.
아, 나
Allen
진짜.
ran in and got him. So the lineup flips over and digging in. Austin Slater. 2 outs and 2. Runners aboard here in the Billy Hamilton will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Gentlemen, your attention, please.
이게 뭐지? 아, 빠른 발.
Pinch hitting for the Giants. Number 0, Billy Hamilton.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over.
어설프게 변화가 졌다가.
In now, Ahmed Rosario. And while he's a silver caliber player, he's got an excellent contact attribute. He can really put the bat on the ball.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Melvin Adone gets the call from the pen to take
Wow.
over on the mound and start the home 7th.
(88784)
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings. Here's Javier Baez. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power. You don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on it.
The relay.
아,
And it's in
망했다.
time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
저 어디까지 가? 타임 그냥 살려주시네.
Second now with 1 away. Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So a big moment here, and standing in, Victor Caratini. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Too high. 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. New inning set to get underway, and digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez.
Renato Nunez.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Greg Kimbrell has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 46. Kimbrell.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1.
와,
There's a
밑에는
line
잘
drive
친다.
base hit to left field. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Up next for the Giants.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Popped him up. Rosario will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Mike Yastrzemski. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate, 0-for-3. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And standing in here, the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. High in the air into shallow left center. Rosario coming on. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Digging in, Cameron Maben. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Trevor Gott is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
아, 다들 공이 빨라. 컨트롤 안 좋구만. 9893 8781 9893.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and there
넘어갔다.
it goes.
야,
Deep to
메이빈이.
left. No
나이스.
chance at bringing this one back. This one's into the bleachers and gone. Here's Corey Seager.
Shortstop, Corey.
As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Hits are even at 7 apiece. To 2-2 now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
And there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
블랙몬 한번
And
치자.
that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
3-1 the count now. Weak roller right side. Throw on to Sandoval. 2 gone now. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. Pulled high in the air out to right field.
에이씨.
And Pence is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Wilmer Flores. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Brad Wick enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball, that's out.
아,
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to.
일어나 일어났어.
And he takes strike 3 called on the
네, 일어나.
fastball. 1 gone.
50분이야 이제 밥해.
He's set, and
오빠
the
배고파.
pitch. Hit on the ground to third.
밥하라고. 7시 50분이야. 오빠 배고파.
Here's Buster Posey now.
저 마루불도 켜줘. 너무 어둡다.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that's in there. Base hit.
감사해요.
At the plate, Brandon Crawford, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A ball and a strike. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
쏘리시는데요.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Crawford.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario.
마지막 공격이다. 아, 에디도 팔아버려야 되나. 그래도 너무 안 맞는다. 19대는 진짜 잘 썼는데 그래도.
Reyes Morante comes out of the bullpen to shut
와,
things
다
down here
100이야.
in the 9th.
나만 페스티벌 선수가 없네. 아, 또 45야. 998883 998883
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Hit hard up the middle. And
Da.
that's through into center field, so the tying runs aboard to kick off the inning.
문제는 뒤에 다 오른손이라는 거.
Second baseman.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario, as he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one. Albert Almora will come on now and pinch run here.
Now running at first for the Cubs. Number 5, Albert Almora.
And he pops it up. And this is going to find a seam for extra bases, and we'll see if they want to wave home that time
뭐야,
run.
저 어디까지 가?
Well, he thought about going for third,
아, 나
and now that runner's in no man's land out there. The tag,
아, 나
and they
진짜
got him as he
어이없네.
couldn't get
아.
back to second.
렉.
Center fielder, number 9, Javier Baez.
And it looks as though they're going to set up the double play. There's the free pass signal, so there'll be runners at the corners with one gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Yastrzemski is there. Let's see if they test it. And he'll have to hold tight at third, so it'll take a 2-out hit now to try to plate that tying run.
Catcher,
So
Victor.
a big spot here, and stepping in, Victor Caratini. And the game is on the line. The tying and winning runs on base with 2 gone in the bottom of the ninth. Flores is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, there might be a few chewed-up fingernails on both sides, but this one ends with the tying run on third and the winning run stranded at first. Great game, right down to the end.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. San Francisco took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Kevin Gossman gets the W on the mound. Hyunjin Ryu pitched well, allowing only 2
아깝다.
earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRozan.